Hello, my name is Sergio Mendoza. I'm from the band called Orkesta, and you're watching Blastro 2.
How does somebody who doesn't look old enough to have a gray hair on his head go about forming an orchestra and playing music from a different time?
I have a couple of gray hair. There's a few up there. I've been in bands since a very early age. I've been through ska bands, through punk bands, and always with horns. And I always wanted to have a big band. And so it just kind of led to that, doing the salsa scene in Tucson, playing with every salsa band pretty much that I know in town, doing jazz groups and just meeting a lot of musicians, just eventually led to me doing a band like a mambo group.
Tucson, of all places. How did that grow organically in the city of Tucson, and how were you able to put together members who would, get down with this kind of music and be serious about it and start to a point where you're making albums?
I grew up in Nogales, Mexico, and I grew up with all the rancheras, all the traditional Mexican music, all the cumbia, Ramon Ayala, Los Tigres del Norte. I loved all that stuff growing up, and of course also a lot of rock and roll from the 60s. There was always vinyl there. When I moved up to Tucson, I started playing with a band called Calexico from Tucson, Arizona, and through them I got to see a lot of cool bands going out to festivals. Kind of borrowed a little bit from their sound to combine to the sound of the orquesta.
How well received were you when you started playing what we saw here at the festival?
The first show we had was opening for a band for Calexico, and it was in front of 1,200 people at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona, which is the main venue downtown, and people just kind of flipped out. They were not expecting that at all. When Ozo Motley came to town, we started opening up for them. Los Lobos came to town, so we became the band that was opening up for all these national touring acts. They really liked it. I wanted to be an orquesta, and I want more musicians, and eventually I want to have violins and have a lot of stuff. This is actually a pretty big group, considering that we're a touring band, and it's hard to go out because it's expensive and all the details that come with touring. And I guess you can call it an orchestra. I'm okay with that, or calling it a band. Either one is fine with me. The first album was...
Hold on one sec, you got... Okay, answer again.
I want that in there. The first record took quite a bit to record. We started out as a Perez Prado cover band.
What's quite a bit?
2.5 years. It was long, but we decided that we were still trying to develop the sound of the band, and we were writing songs and developing the style. So we were just trying to figure out who we were at the time, and then we started recording. And then from that point on, I tour a lot with a band called Calexico and Divachka. So I go in between tours. That's when I get to record my own music. So that was part of the reason why it took so long. I'm working on a new set of songs for bachata music, and I want to call that bachata punk. I'm kidding.
I'm like,
you're like, that would not be a good mix.
El pelo blanco, el pelo negro, de los 30 hasta el tostón.
What are you looking ahead to do in 2014 and beyond with this orchestra?
Well, we just got invited to a festival in New York, January 2014, a festival called Global Fest, and it's at the Lincoln Jazz Center. There's a lot of good possibilities, a lot of good things that could come out of that.
Good luck to you, and we look forward to whatever it is you're going to give to the world after this. So thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, man.
Marita me come. Marita me come. Mario también come.
Gracias.